Welcome back to Acces Anime. I'm Henshin Ikeda, and I just finished Demonbane. It's 12 episodes long, plus one episode for the OVAs. Although I didn't particularly like the OVAs, because it was pretty much about a reporter. It differed from the storyline a little bit. I mean, you get to see some of the original characters, but didn't like it. But as for what I rated Demonbane before, the 4.5 out of 5, I'm going to keep it at that rating because that's what it felt like. But this is by far one of the best anime series I've seen. Even if it was just 12 episodes long, plus the OVAs, it still was great to watch, so I would definitely recommend it. It's Orphan meets Gunsword meets Big O. I summed it up in just those three anime. That's pretty much what it's like. It's got magic, it's got alchemy, it's got science. I mean, that's a lot of stuff all in one little container there. But this is what we're pretty much at in the series. So I just finished it. Kaoru, which is the main character, is pronounced Crow, although it's spelled like you would pronounce it Kaoru, K-U-R-O-U. So I apologize for mispronouncing it. It's Crow. Although you can call it Crew too. A couple characters in the series call the main character a different name. We find out there are two different antagonists, and this was kind of a complicated series to watch because the Black Lodge, which is technically the occult or the mafia, has a lot of turn of power. Because at first we find out the leader behind the Black Lodge is actually Master Therion, which I don't know why even the good guys call him a master, because he's just the Magus, a sorcerer, just another sorcerer. And he ends up getting taken out before the series even ends. And now his own crew, his own Black Lodge members, which are part of a faction called Anticross, he handpicked these guys to be his top generals, and they turn on him. Just when it got to a great climax, like, I didn't see that coming, I really didn't. And it was, wow, that's all I can say, so short on words. Now, there are characters that I do like in the series. One particular, her name is Lucia, L-E-C-I-A. She's a nun, and she's Crow's friend. She looks amazing. She's a great character. You get to see her in a swimsuit. They do have, they go to the beach. I believe that's episode 3. So you get to see her too. She's very un-nun-like, I'll just say that. Also, this series, surprisingly, it's also a harem. It's a harem, however you pronounce it. It's a harem series. I mean, a light version of it, but the main character, wow. You remember Dr. West, in my last review, how I described him as being the villain, another villain? Well, he is a villain, but after Therion, his master, gets taken out, he doesn't agree with Black Lodge, these new leaders from Anticross, so he basically turns tails and goes to the good side. But he's still saying he's a bad guy, but, you know, I'm helping the enemy of my enemy. That's how it's said, so he switches sides. And here's what makes it more interesting. He created a self-aware geonoid. And what a self-aware geonoid is, it's like a AI. He gave life to this AI. And the AI's name is Alicia, who's also infatuated with the main character, Crow. And she is actually very cute, by the way. And yet that's another girl that likes the main character. So you have Al, which is his grimoire, the main character's grimoire. Then you have Eliza, or Alicia, depending on how you pronounce it. And then, let's see, the nun doesn't technically like the main character. It's more of a sister, older sister character. Then we're taken into Nea, which is another attractive character. She was the librarian I was talking about. She actually is the main antagonist in the story, which we don't find out until one of the last episodes, but we saw this coming. We see her in the background a lot. She's actually a god from a different world. Yeah, an evil one. She loses, spoiler alert. She actually loses at the end. But she had all this set up. She basically set up Therion and Crow to fight each other pretty much. That's why she was helping Crow so much, because their ultimate clash would somehow open the gates of this netherworld and would spread chaos and whatnot. At least that's how I perceived the whole episode. But, you know, she doesn't get her way, and it's just a very great series, that's all I can say. It was a good series, I won't lie. However, the Mafia downplay this. The guys with the Tommy guns, you really don't see them after the first few episodes. The OVAs you see them, but that's about it. Surprisingly, Dr. West is really good with the robots. He repairs them exactly like how the butler did in Big O. He pretty much did the same thing. And what's interesting is Ruri, the leader of the financial group, ends up giving the main character a key to the actual Demonbane, which it's like one of the ultimate power techniques. But it's interesting how she gives it to him, because she ends up falling for him as well. By the way, Ruri falls for Crow, which is the main character. So that's another girl. You see a pattern of all these women falling into place. And now I'll add another character. I'm going to add another character onto this interesting harem. Her name is Anya, E-N-N-E-A. She is a cute character. The Crow finds off to the side of the street. He takes her in, redresses her in a really interesting outfit that you have to see. It looks like fishnet stockings and like a red-black top goes into a dress. Looks very cute, that's all I can say. And she falls for the main character, although this was kind of more of a plan. She fakes she has amnesia, and her name's Anya. Again, it's E-N-N-E-A. Anya, however you pronounce it. But it turns out she's actually Nero. You don't find out her real name until the end of the series. She's actually part of the Anticross, and she truly has fallen for Crow. But see, the funny thing is, she dies twice in the series. The first time she dies, she was crushed by her own Anticross faction, pretty much, in one of the battles. So that was an interesting turning point for the main character, because that actually motivated him to get stronger. But that was kind of like screwed up when you see her at the end, and she turns out to, after the Anticross faction, they turn on each other for power struggle. And it was interesting. Just when you think someone's going to turn on you, they've already turned on you. You don't even notice it. And the whole time, it's like you backstab someone and they backstabbed you before you even know it. Well, Nero, her new name is Nero, which is actually Anya. She was the one pulling the strings the whole time. And remember, the whole time this is all going on, the leader Theron is presumed dead, and he was working on this project called Project C. Project C, I'm not going to spoil what Project C was, but it didn't look that impressive, to be honest. But he dies. Theron dies early in the series. He comes back later on. He's reborn through Nero. He calls Nero his mother, and just when she was had a confrontation with the main character, she backs away, and then she dies, and it looks like she's about to kill herself or suicide. He comes right through her. That's Theron. It's messed up. But that's pretty much all I'm going to say about the series. I think I've already spoiled it enough for anyone who's viewing this, but it is a really good series. It's got a lot of twists, for a small series, it does a lot. I'll say that, a lot. Again, that's why I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. It was just that good. But not good enough, because I wanted more. Something you're not going to get from just reading a manga. You need more. But again, 4.5 out of 5. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Definitely subscribe. Follow me on Twitter if you want. Pretty much ends it for the review and walkthrough for Demonbane. I finished that pretty fast. pretty fast. I'm surprised myself. I was going to watch Zombie Loan next, but I'm looking into another anime as well. Because I'm not so sure I want another short one. I want something, maybe it's 26, 25 episodes. We'll see, maybe 24 episodes. But if it comes down to it, I'll be doing Zombie Loan next. So definitely stay tuned. That pretty much ends it for this review again. Guess you know what time it is. Can't stop the Acces. but you can most definitely watch the feed. I'll see you guys later.